We all know there's a huge attack on the Second Amendment now, and well, there always will be, but more so after an event that happened by somebody who they don't want to talk about that person's mental illness. It's always the tool, the item, the inanimate object. And Dan Crenshaw came to the defense of the Second Amendment during an interview on CNN, and it actually made me say, nicely done. And I want to know what you think about this interview. Before I jump into that, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that's Lear Capital. Last year was a terrible year for investors, and predictions are that 2023 will be even worse with the upcoming recession. But what did have a really impressive year this past year was gold investments. If you're interested in investing in gold, I suggest you call my friends at Lear Capital. The team at Lear will provide helpful information about purchasing gold or converting part of your IRA or your 401k into a gold IRA. Not only are they the best around with over 25 years in business and thousands of 5-star reviews, but they also have a 24-hour risk-free guarantee where you can review your investment for 24 hours before committing to it. You can learn more at leargg.com or call 1-800-260-5075. Thanks to Lear Capital for sponsoring this video. So like I said in the open, Dan Crenshaw was on CNN during an interview where they wanted to talk about a few things, but they also tried the gotcha moment about guns. And I will never, ever forget how he supports red flag laws, ever. But the fact that he came to the defense of the Second Amendment at a time, I honestly thought just when she asked the question, oh, here we go. But he actually did solid. He'll still vote in any red flag law that he ever saw. But let me know what you think about his responses, his responses. I know people love or hate Dan Crenshaw, whether it's because of his service or because of the fact that he wants or favored red flags, which are unconstitutional, illegal, and if you support those, you don't really support the Second Amendment. But I want to know what your response is to his response to this question. It was kind of a aha, gotcha moment. He did well. He didn't take the bait and turned it around and said, hey, it's good for you guys at CNN, and it was pretty good. Check it out, and I'll be right back.
I want to ask you about guns. You're a member of the new House Republican majority. Are you collectively, House Republicans, telling the American people that mass shootings, including of young children, is that just something that's going to happen and you're not going to make any moves at this point to try to stop it when it comes to the House of Representatives?
Yeah, well, not at all. Look, and I think we do need to have a real conversation about what's happening here. And what I have long called this is a sort of social contagion that's occurred ever since Columbine. This never happened before Columbine. But then Columbine happened, and it was very famous, and it sort of opened the door for very, very disturbed people, whoever they might be, to go in and commit these kind of dramatic, randomized shootings as their outlet for their own evil and crazy. That's basically what's happening.
So you've just...
Now, because it's so random and unexpected, it's hard to prevent. Because they seem like they happen a lot, but they're still anomalous events, and they're very difficult to build a pattern behind. It's not like criminal activity, which you can target and prevent through law enforcement. This is harder. It doesn't mean there's nothing we can do. The truth of the matter is, if we had a minimum of 2 armed guards or police officers at every single school in America, you'd probably prevent these from here on out.
Well, you said
that's the truth.
You said that they're random. The one through line in these deaths is that they are shootings, therefore they are done by guns. And guns are the leading cause of death for children and teens in the U.S. So shouldn't helping save the lives of children be a top priority for you as a member of the House majority?
No, it absolutely should be, which is why I say I would look to the thing that would absolutely stop this, which is putting armed police officers at every school. I visit a lot of schools. I do talks at various schools. It's very rare that I go into a school, especially the newer ones, and they don't have some kind of armed police presence there at all times. So that's a preventive measure. That I know will stop this. And there was nothing like that in these last few mass shootings. There's no armed guards there.
So the answer is
if I'm just looking for
guns.
actual solutions, that would be it.
So the answer is more guns.
No, the answer is armed guards. No, the answer is armed guards, right? Armed guards, yes, more guns. The kind of guns that protect the president, that protect you all at CNN. Is it easy to get into your headquarters at CNN? Absolutely not. There's armed guards there. Yeah. There's single points of entry. I think we should look at our schools as a place that is precious and have the same kind of security that your corporate offices do, that we do in Congress. You know, if we consider a place to be important where our children go to learn every day, it should have the same level of security as every other place, whether it's a shopping mall or a corporate office that's hard to get into. You know, you're not going to get rid of guns. And I'm not going to say that people can that law-abiding citizens cannot defend themselves anymore and exercise their Second Amendment rights and think that's going to stop mass violence. People will figure out other ways to commit mass violence once they've unfortunately reached that point in their life. It's tragic and it's sad, and a lot of people, we don't understand what's happening, what's inside their heads. And so we look to these other solutions that I think aren't viable.
There were supposed to be armed guards at the schools in both Uvalde, in your home state of Texas, and Parkland, and that didn't help anything. Let's just move on, because I know energy is a big issue.
But they weren't there, which is the point.
Well, okay, but they're humans, and that also happens.
So there you have it. It's good enough for you at your headquarters. If you can make your headquarters a hard target, then why can't we do it for our children, since they throw out the kids all the time to pull the heartstrings? The kids. I think you did a pretty good job turning it right around on them. And I think it made a good impact. I mean, it kind of looked like the reporter, the one asking the questions, the host, was kind of like, oh, shit, got me. But I think he did good. He still, like I said, he still will always be red flag Crenshaw. But the more that Republicans, who are all being put on the spot in their local media right now when they get interview spots, they're all being asked the same question. And if they could say the same type of thing, I think it'll stop this BS where all the kids are walking out of school like, ah! Look, kids, if you're watching, we've all been there. You're not the only kids who have ever done walkouts. We've all done it. And 90% of us were like, oh yeah, we get to get out of school for the day? Hell yeah, I'll do it. And they don't know anything about what they're actually walking out for. But let me know what you think down below. And for those who have sent me questions in the last couple of days about Lear Capital, yes, you actually get the physical gold and silver in your hands. My order came in about 7 days. So check them out, leargg.com, and the information will be down below. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. I'll see you all on the next one. Should have a couple updates today. Sorry, it's been a little lackadaisical, or I haven't been able to do a lot of videos because of this moving process. That's been a pain, but I will be doing what I do as much as I can with the time allotted during this process. I love each and every single one of you. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.